Hi guys, Jelaine here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we have a very special guest with us. I am so excited and I can't wait for you guys to meet her. I have with me one of my BFFs because we will always be friends forever and ever and ever. I have here with me my friend Tiffany. Tiffany, welcome to my channel.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
I am excited that you're here. So in this video, it's just going to be a fun girls check-in, girls chat, definitely hanging out, having fun together. So Tiffany, welcome. So just to give you a little background on Tiffany, she is one of my dearest friends from high school. So we actually met when we went to the same high school back in Jamaica, and we have been friends ever since. She is definitely dear to my heart because she is one of those friends that makes me feel secure in our friendship. So I never have to worry that, oh, because we don't live together and we're not hanging out together every day, that our friendship is going to fade. She is someone who is so good at reeling us back in so well. And so I really appreciate a friendship like that. And that's why I do believe we will always be forever friends. Tiffany, thank you again for coming.
Thank you for having me. I concur everything you say. I love you forever and ever and ever for life.
Absolutely. So today we are going to be playing a fun game. Tiffany, can you tell everyone what the name of the game is?
Never have I ever. Oh
Lord. Yes, we are going to play the game Never Have I Ever. So we are going to jump right in with these questions. Oh my goodness.
Whenever your heart is broken, don't ever forget you're golden. I will find a light in your soul, I'll be there. Never leaving you in the darkness, even when you're out of focus.
My goodness.
Wait, Jelaine.
Okay.
You have your juice check. Your
of
juice
course. What
Yes.
is Tiffany?
I'm having wine.
Wine. Yeah, so we will definitely be chillaxing, drinking our wine or whatever, is in our cup. And definitely be having a good time. So, Tiffany, are you ready for these questions?
So
Okay, so since, this is all about friendship, the first question is going to be a tough one. We're diving in real deep. And this says, never have I ever been hurt by a friend.
yes.
Okay. Oh,
We have.
hopefully it wasn't by each other.
No. That's never ever. Like never ever.
Oh, but yeah. So did you want to talk about it, or you
I have been hurt by like several of my friends. One that resonates with me is like, this girl was my friend from like way before I knew you. We like grew up together in the same community, basic school, blah blah. And she got jealous of my other friends. Like, I would be on the phone with you or like my other friends, and she would like have a problem with it. So she made up some story and she cussed me out, and we're no longer friends. And I felt pretty hurt about that, but I'm over it now.
Yeah.
How about you?
Well, for me, so this is the thing. You mentioned that jealous of you hanging out with other friends. Like, I feel like I'm like that, where I am jealous sometimes of my friends who I see with their other friends, but I'm getting to that point where I'm not allowing it to affect me anymore, you know? Like, because, like, as I said, you know, if I feel like you and I are really good friends, then I think it's that just wanting you for myself. Like, my only friend, like, you know, we should be, but it's good to, my husband always said, oh, you need to have 5 friends. Like, because when you have that just one friend, then you're gonna find yourself in that situation. But my case is, I actually had a friend who, maybe in the initial part of our friendship, like, this is someone that I really enjoyed hanging out with, and they told me, like, I remember one time we were talking about something and it ended up coming up about going over to their house, and he actually said, like, I think I may have asked, like, when are you going to invite me over to your house? And she said, like, I don't want somebody like you on my yard.
No way! Are you joking?
I'm not joking. And so that, even though, you know, after that I ended up going to her home and stuff, but I've never forgotten those words. Like, it really hurt my feelings, of course, and it makes it sound like, wow, I'm such a horrible person that someone wouldn't even want me to come to their house. And so, yeah, I never forgot that. It, you know, I don't think I have them up, because, as I said, after that I even grew closer in friendship with them, but I never forgot that.
Oh, because that was gonna be my next question, was, are you still friends with that person?
Our friendship have definitely strained, you know, so we still are cordial to each other, but not as close. And as I said, they said this before we even became very close. So you can just imagine how invested I was from the beginning in the friendship. And even though they said that and it really hurt my feelings, I still allowed myself to develop, you know, a great friendship. They are a great person, and as I said, it must be me that's such a horrible person, but, you know, it's what it is, and that's I have. Okay, moving on to something hopefully lighter.
Yes. Listen, we have each other, that's most important.
Okay, never have I ever got a tattoo.
You ready for this one?
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
I know. Like, for me, have I ever wanted to get, I know that when we were younger, like, was it elementary school or high school, we would get those fake ones, you know, one that would be on the bubble gum, and then you would put it on your, but not like a real one. I think I would be scared because of the pain, like, but I've seen people with cute little butterflies and all those things that look so cute, but I don't think that's something I would want.
I am too scared of needles to get tattoo. Like, the closest I've gotten to a tattoo is henna. Like, you know, when they do the henna, and my henna didn't even last like a week, and it's supposed to last a week, but I can't. And to be honest with you, I have thought about it. Like, what about a little one, like, in between here or something like that? But no, Jules, no. That's like out of it. I get everything else, but that's like completely out of the ball game for me.
I know. Okay, for the next one, never have I ever stood someone up on a date.
Let me think about that. Oh, that's a tricky one. Have I? Ready?
Okay.
Alright.
So I've never, however, my date thought I did because I was so late.
You know what I have done? I have made up an excuse prior to the date just because I don't want to. So I come up with some lame excuse like, you know what? I feel sick, or, you know, I had an appointment I forgot about, or something like that. But I never really, no, I never set up anybody.
I don't think if I went through all that trouble to like schedule a day and time to meet up, that I would actually like do that. I would have to have like a valid reason. Like,
yeah, me too.
That's so not cool.
I know. Maybe. Never mind.
Okay, for this one, never have I ever had a speeding ticket.
Alright, ready? That one's easy for me.
Never.
Let's
knock on wood.
knock on wood. But you know what? I was driving here, right? I was driving home this evening and I was thinking about our meeting. And I was speeding a little bit and then I passed some cops and I was just like, what if I get a speeding ticket? I was actually thinking about that specific question. I was like, how would I get out of that speeding ticket? I'd be like, am I gonna tell them I have a meeting with my best friend and I have to make this meeting? You have to not give me a ticket. Come on.
I know. Like if I ever find myself in that position, like I think I would be so scared that I would not even be able to think of like an excuse. But I would also want to be able to like say something to make them like be gracious and give me a pass, because
right. That's funny.
Never have I ever ghosted someone's text.
Oh Lord. You ready?
Yes. Ready?
Yeah. This is so funny. We have like the same answers. Okay. How many times have I done that?
Okay, so for me, so if someone messages me and it's like a really, you know, like simple, quick answer, then I'll respond right away. But if they send me something and I have to think about it, like, or it's something I don't even want to like deal with, like they'll be happy if they get a response.
I have had messages, like, in fact, I did this like last week. I had a message I was supposed to respond to. Tell you what, I ghosted the message to like totally forgot, like completely forgot. And the person called me, so I had no other choice but to answer. I'm like, oh yeah, you know, I didn't see your message. I just totally forgot because I was just like not in the mood to answer. You know what I mean? It was just like,
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Okay, for this one, I'm not sure if you go to this place, but I know that I have, and that's why I was like, oh, this is a cool one.
okay, all right.
It's like, never have I ever lied to get in the club.
Jelaine, I want to hear this story. Are you ready?
Yes. Okay.
Ready? Yep. Okay. Tell me the story, girl. I need to hear this one. Come on. Wait, let me sip some wine.
Okay, so, you know, growing up, like I have lots of cousins who they will, you know, they go to the club and whatever. And so when I was younger, we actually went to a club that I was underage to go in. And they told me to lie about my age. So of course you have to be 18, I believe, to go in. And I was like, I don't know, I was probably 15 or I don't know if I was that old.
Yeah.
Like, but I went along with them because everywhere they would go, like when I would go spend holidays, like everywhere they're going, I'm there. And yeah, I did lie about my age to go in. And yeah, but I don't go to the club now, of course. That was, you know, a long time ago in the past.
But did you got in, right?
Yes, I did go in. As the people that I hang with, they know how to do their thing. And so yeah, we did because they were older.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did all go in. But yeah.
But you're lucky you didn't get ID'd. You look young.
I know. Yeah. And that time, you know, I was even younger, so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. They probably knew. I think they probably knew, but they
they're like,
they just let me
whatever.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I was with a bunch of hot girls. I mean.
Hey.
Okay. All right, next one. Never have I ever dumped someone over text. That look, Tiffany.
Oh boy.
This one.
Drink from this one. Alright. Alright. What should I say? Did I? Okay, I'm gonna say. Alright, ready?
Well, okay. I think I'm gonna change my answer.
I'm kind of torn, but I'll explain.
Okay.
Alright, ready? Alright. So, he's probably gonna watch this.
Text. It wasn't quite text.
It wasn't quite text. So, he's probably gonna watch this, but it's my ex. And he said that I broke up with him over text. I remember calling and saying it's over, but he said it was text. And I don't ever remember texting him saying that. I just remember calling and saying it's over, whatever. But I probably haven't. I forgot. Like, you know, I've like my last good friend I have that you know about. I did stop talking to him over text. It was like a good night, and that was it for 2 years now. So I probably have that trait, but
so at first I was gonna say never, but then I honestly, as soon as I was about to give my answer, I remember this one story. So, for my husband, yes, he was getting on top of my nerves, and I did break up with him over text before. I sent him
my brother,
and I told him to drink to the end of our relationship.
No, just.
But I'm gonna go say this in a patois. Him fly come down on me yard. So he actually came, like when I messaged him, he was like, what? And he actually came and we talked about it, and then we got back together. But I was done. I was like, this emotional roller coaster that you have me on, like, I'm not. So yeah, for him, I did actually break up with him, but then he came, we talked it out, and now we're married.
Yay! Rooting for my brother.
This is the one. Never have I ever been sick on public transport.
Mama. Right. Okay, you ready?
Yes. Ready?
Yes. Definitely.
You want to share it with us?
Let me take a sip for this. So, I don't know what happened that day, but I was coming home from work, and it's actually the job I have now. I was coming like all the way from work to nursing home. I don't know, Julain, what happened, but all of a sudden, and I usually have motion sickness, so I thought I had motion sickness. So I was like fanning and I feel so hot, and I'm like and it was kind of wind, it was fall, and I was like, I zipped down my jacket and I'm fanning, Jules, and cold sweat just wash me like, oh man. And I opened the window, and then in the bus, and like everybody's looking at me like, is this girl crazy? It's cold outside. And I'm praying for the bus stop to come, and all of a sudden my belly start bubble.
Oh,
Julain. Oh God. My belly just start bubble, and then I was just like, I feel like I want to throw up, but I don't want to throw up. And then that feeling of bloatedness, all of a sudden my belly just went poof, and I'm just like, oh God, I don't think I'm gonna make it. I don't think I'm gonna make it. You see, by the time I got off the bus, and my stop was like a good 5-minute walk, Jules, I'm telling you, all I was praying is that I did not pass gas, because
I know.
if I did, oh, Julain, you see, when I got to the door, you know that feeling when you want to pee and you got to the door and you're like, can't find the keys?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm telling you, I don't know what it was, but when you look at my face, I was sweating profusely. My back was soaked, everything. I went. God was good to me that day, because I did make it on time.
Okay, thank God. That's what I was gonna ask. Did you make it?
I did. Just like the nick of time. Like, it was like this close for me to go down in the history book. But I made it. But like, that was the worst feeling ever. Now that I think about it, like, I die of laughter, but that was,
I can imagine in that moment, like, it was the worst ever.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. Well, for me, when I was little, I could not travel, like, because we were living in Montego Bay, and we would go to St. Elizabeth regularly. Whenever I would get on the bus, like, I always threw up, like, as a little girl. Like, I always threw up every time I traveled. Like, since I'm older now, that doesn't happen much, but I remember when I was pregnant with BJ, I think it was with BJ, and my husband was taking someone to the airport, and I went as so that he could have company when he was driving back home. And near to the airport, it gets so big. This is like LA, so you know how LA is with traffic. And so as soon as you get into the stretch to go to the airport, like, things slow down quite a bit. And I remember when we left, I had actually taken like a little plate with me to eat, because I think it was dinner time, but I never got to eat my dinner. So I took the plate with me and I ate my dinner. And when we got near to LA, like, I just started feeling so awful. Like, as you were mentioning, being hot, like, I started getting hot, and plus it was raining. And so I was hot and just so uncomfortable in every single way. And just listen, our friend was actually a guy, and I started throwing up in the car. And you can imagine, rain is falling, so
yes,
how are you gonna wind down your window?
Yes.
And I'm like throwing up the place, like in the car. But they were really sweet, but I can just imagine how they were dying, because you know how when you throw up, how that scent, like,
Yes,
where,
it's like,
so you can just imagine a car closed up and it was raining, how that oh, God.
oh my.
So embarrassing.
But you know what? We made it, and it happened around people like that. It's not so bad. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Okay. So this next one. Never have I ever texted an ex out of nowhere.
Julain. All right, I'm ready.
You wanna plead the fifth? You wanna plead the fifth?
Whenever your heart is broken, don't ever forget you're golden. I will find the light in your soul.